Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to explore how CCTV camera systems can become vulnerable when they are not properly secured, and more importantly, how ethical hackers and cybersecurity professionals study these weaknesses to help protect them. While cybercriminals may attempt to exploit misconfigured or poorly secured devices to invade privacy or compromise security, understanding these techniques from a defensive perspective allows organizations to identify and fix vulnerabilities before they can be abused. Learning how attackers think is one of the most effective ways to build stronger and more secure networks. Before we begin, I want to make one thing absolutely clear. This video is created strictly for educational purposes, cybersecurity awareness, and ethical hacking training. It is intended for cybersecurity students, penetration testers, security researchers, network administrators, and anyone interested in learning how to secure networks and IoT devices. Never attempt to scan, test, or access any device or network without the explicit permission of the owner. Unauthorized access is illegal, unethical, and strongly discouraged. With that said, let's get started. To understand how security assessments work, we first need to understand how a modern CCTV camera operates. An IP CCTV camera is an Internet of Things, or IoT, device that captures video and streams it over a network in real time. Authorized users can securely access live video, recorded footage, and device settings through the camera's management interface, using valid credentials. However, if the device is configured with weak security settings, outdated firmware, exposed services, or poor network configurations, it can become a potential target for attackers. This is exactly why organizations perform authorized penetration testing, to discover and eliminate weaknesses before they can be exploited. For this demonstration, I'll be working entirely inside my own control lab environment using equipment that I personally own and have permission to test. I'll begin by opening a Linux terminal. The two tools we'll be using today are Netdiscover and Nmap. These are industry-standard networking and cybersecurity tools used every day by ethical hackers, penetration testers, security researchers, incident response teams, and network administrators. Although many people recognize Nmap as a powerful network scanner, both of these tools play an important role during authorized security assessments because they help identify devices connected to a network and determine which services those devices are exposing. Before continuing, make sure both tools are installed on your system. If you're using a security-focused Linux distribution, such as Kali Linux or Parrot OS, they're usually installed by default. If not, you can install them using the commands I'll provide in the video description or comments. On my machine, both tools are already installed. So I'll start by launching Netdiscover. Netdiscover scans a local network and identifies active devices by displaying information, such as IP addresses and MAC addresses. This allows security professionals to build an inventory of devices connected to the network during an authorized assessment. In this demonstration, I'm scanning only my own laboratory network to locate the CCTV camera that belongs to me. As you can see, the scan has detected a device and displayed its network information. The information we need for the next step is the IP address, so I'll copy it and open a new terminal window. Next, we'll use Nmap to examine the device and identify which network services are available. During a professional security assessment, this helps administrators verify that only the necessary services are exposed while unnecessary or insecure services remain disabled. Once the scan completes, we can see that two TCP ports are open, port 53 and port 8080. Port 53 is commonly used for DNS services, which translate domain names into IP addresses, and is generally not the management interface used for CCTV administration. Port 8080, however, is commonly used as an alternative web interface on many embedded devices, including certain IP cameras and network appliances. Discovering this service during an authorized assessment indicates where a legitimate management interface may be available. Now I'll open my web browser and enter the IP address we discovered earlier, followed by a colon and the open port identified by Nmap. After pressing enter, the camera's web management interface loads successfully. Once authenticated with authorized credentials, the administrator can securely manage the device and access the live video feed. If I switch to full screen mode, you can clearly see the live camera stream. Everything shown in this demonstration comes from equipment that I personally own and have full authorization to use. No third-party systems or unauthorized devices are involved. As you've seen throughout this demonstration, Netdiscover and Nmap are not hacking tools by themselves. They are legitimate cybersecurity utilities trusted by professionals around the world to discover network devices, identify exposed services, verify security configurations, perform security audits, and strengthen organizational defenses. Understanding how these tools work is one of the most valuable skills for anyone pursuing a career in cybersecurity, because the better we understand how attackers identify opportunities, the better prepared we are to defend against them. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with one final reminder. Every action demonstrated in this video was performed inside my own controlled laboratory environment using devices that I personally own or have explicit permission to test. This video is intended solely for cybersecurity education, ethical hacking training, and security awareness. Attempting to access or test any network, CCTV camera, or computer system without authorization is illegal, unethical, and can result in serious legal consequences. If you found this video informative, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications